Look at these sets. The sets that are coming through here are quite huge actually. You're gonna have some fun here for sure if you're just joining us for the first time today. It's Barbados Journey 246. We are bringing out, we are seeking, finding, and sharing the beauty and power of nature. That's what we're doing today. That is our theme for today's episode. We're going to be going all around the island. We promise we'll be bringing you a live broadcast from wherever that is possible. The signal strength permits us to do so. We knew here was going to be a good spot. We weren't too sure about our first location. That would be overlooking into the Cove Bay area. But we did get a good one from there. We hope we can move around and stuff, but up here we can get some flexibility where we can move. All right, so normally when you come up here, well, under usual conditions, you will come up and see an outer reef bank here, which you can still see under the surge itself. And inside here is usually a relatively calm pool, which has like rock shares and edges in it. So you got to wear shoes in there for sure. But it's somewhere that ourselves and many other people have obviously cooled down in the past. You have to come through that hole right there, which comes from the Little Bay itself. We're going to stay on top of the cliff section here for you, but we're going to show you a little bit of where we are. It's looking a little more exciting here because we have seen a combination of more of a northerly swell, and then we saw one with a little northwest in it a set or two ago. You could actually see difference on the angle, so it's quite interesting. So maybe the west coast does have a good swell. We'll see that when we get around there for sure. We definitely know that swell must be going cranking for sure. All right, so let's show you some of the power. That's really what we came here to show you here, and also the beauty as well. I mean, that's a perfect combination where we are, the power and the beauty. There we go. As you know, here is famous for the blowholes and stuff, but there's so much water moving. Right now, the amount of water is coming in and stuff, it's not even giving the blowholes an opportunity to really perform, but you're seeing a few of them along the edges itself. All right, we're going to take a little walk over this section here as we're going on. Again, I'm with Jeannette, of course. We're exploring all around the island and stuff. We have planned this out. We've been planning this for weeks. We did not know that today was going to be the actual movement day. Well, not for weeks, but I would say a week and a half, no, for sure. We had another event we were supposed to have gone today. It was paused for help, so hopefully and some of you guys would have had the opportunity to go to that. That's being hosted up at the villages at Coverley. We were unfortunately unable to do that because on our journey a lot of things are hardcore when they need to be seen, especially by us, because we want to see them ourselves, but then also to show them to you all take a priority. For example, unusual ocean, anything to do with nature that is unusual and unexpected. We want to be a part of it. We want to be able to see it and also to bring it to you as well, so you can also see it. So we've had to unfortunately miss that event today, so apologies for not being there for that one, but you know, we do prioritize, and that's very important in what we do, and it has to start at our core, and that's where we started with today. All right, so we'll not be able to take you down on the actual beach here because we know for sure that the signal will drop completely. We're now in a flat area in St. Lucie. We can see quite clearly the tower just over there that we're getting the signal from at the moment. There's a good signal right where we are. We know we've walked all along these cliffs here, going in a northerly direction from here, or westerly, northwesterly direction. We know the signal was really good out there because of that tower. However, as you descend like slightly over this little brink of this hill here, you're going to start to lose the actual signal. So we're going to stop on the top, but we'll be able to show you the area that most of you will generally see, because majority of the people that come to the Little Bay, I know in the past for sure, and then the trend started because we started coming up here a lot like years ago, and then a lot of the off-roaders now come up where we are parked just further down here, so we can overlook the actual pool and the hole from the northerly direction rather than from down on the beach. But we do know a lot of people that come here in cars and stuff will stop on the top there, and because of the walk-in, and of course it's a little bit rocky and stuff, most people don't get to see where we just showed you, or a lot of people don't get to see that, I should say, not most, but a lot don't. All right, so this is the Little Bay here. As you can see, they've had some surf because it's gone right up inside the actual valley area there. So they must have had some good surf. We know it's high tide now, so the surgeon is probably going there right now. As you can see, where the sargassum is, it's all wet. Or where the debris is, not sargassum, where the debris and coconut husk and stuff is all wet there. So you would know it's going right up inside there now with that surge that we would have seen just now. So right under us, there are 3 holes. You would have seen that for yourself. One that goes the entire way through. Another one is about, I would say, maybe halfway through, and then there's another one that starts not nearly as far as that one. There's this pinnacle that goes out here. We're not going to go any further. We have done vlogs starting right on that tip itself, but because of wave size today, not that the wave's going to get me, but I may get a little disoriented with the swell and the surging and watching for incoming swells and stuff. So I'm not going to go any further out, but this does give you the opportunity to see this big pool area. Remember, if you're going in this, look at the bottom of it here. There's coral and then there's shale all around inside there as well. Actually, it looks pretty good in the deeper section right now. I don't see a lot of shale. I see sand that has been blown up inside here. From the time there's shale up in there, as you will see on the inside section here. So you're going to have to wear big shoes if you're going down in there. Don't try that barefoot. You'll cut up yourself for sure. Another thing we've done as well, we unfortunately, hold on, the swell's coming in. Let's watch these here. Beautiful. This is the other side of Barbados. Some of you may never see because you're not here any winter time. Well, you are in the winter time, but you don't actually come around when they have all the cold fronts and stuff coming down. You may be here, you may be lucky enough to see it. Some of you may get out here to see it. Otherwise, that hurricane season is usually low season, so you don't get a lot of people getting here to see this kind of cell size. But it's really quite beautiful and interesting. And power of nature, absolutely stunning. All right, so we've done a walk along the lower ledge here as well. We got as far as the other corner, but the day we went out there were rogue waves, so we had to hightail and come back in. We lost the signal just as we went after the first point, and then we did a 4K up to the point and around the corner, but a rogue swell started to come in. As I said, you have to be so very careful because up there's no escape. You're walking on the lower cliffs, on any lower elevations here, Cove Bay, up in the east of the island, southeast of the island, and you're walking on the lower ledges. You've got to know what you're doing. Don't fool around, all right? It looks beautiful. The opportunity to see some special stuff is there, but you don't fool around out here, all right? Just remember that. Beautiful. So on normal conditions, the inside section here, you will find some folks from this general area swimming in. There's a little sand pool there at the moment. As you can see, the surge is coming in over the reef and going right back out through the rip. So no one is going to venture into that water whatsoever. There was someone here in about ankle deep, knee deep when we first came, but the swells are now getting up. According to the fishermen on top of the cliff that we were on just now, the swells are now incoming. Well, we saw that as well too, but it was nice to get confirmation from someone from the areas as well. But beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We're about mid-tide at the moment, so this is actually perfect kind of conditions now for surf, you know. High sunrise will come over, so they break in points, and then low will break badly. So, you know, it's nice to have this kind of tide we're experiencing right now. So again, we're at Little Bay. This is in the park of St. Lucie. I get a bit, hopefully resolution you can see it now. We can see Pico Tenerife. I'll just point the finger on it. That's it right there, Pico Tenerife. We couldn't see it from where we were because if you come to the right of Pico Tenerife, you see another Mangler bush, and then you will see an elevation up on the pasture. That's where we were. So that's how we were overlooking down into Cove Bay from earlier on. Couldn't see Pico Tenerife, but you can see it from now, so it gives you a landmark as well. But it's beautiful. It looks like it gets to surf, so if you all have nothing else really going on this afternoon, you want to spend some time you know, checking out. As I said, we can't do like videos everywhere. We know a couple more spots that we can, but in general, anything that we cover may have to be now in 4K, but we do have a couple of spots. Just keep an eye out for the alerts, see what happens. As I said before, if we get a clear enough signal, strong enough signal, we will most definitely treat you to that because we want you to walk with us step by step. As you will, whether it's a 4K or not, but we want you to have the opportunity to do it with us as we are actually doing it for ourselves. So good afternoon again from beautiful, beautiful Barbados. You can see the heat clouds all around the place. It is extremely hot again today. Nighttime seems to cool down a little bit, well, as would be expected, but just a little bit, a degree or so. But daytime's hot as what? Conditions right now really, really hot with all these systems all around us. And as you know, we are also tracking a bigger swell. If it does materialize, it's coming in from the southeast or the east, somewhere on Wednesday or Thursday next week. You've seen our updates and stuff on it. That right now is projected to be like 4 feet bigger than this one. So we wait and see what really happens with that. It could happen, or maybe it'll go fat. It all depends. It's nature you're dealing with, so there's no predictions here. The only assumptions of what could happen based on what present charts are indicating, but that could be completely changed from tomorrow morning. I was actually a little concerned today because, you know, the timing that we had been reading on the charts had me a little this morning when the guy said, well, wait, it's not big enough, man. What's going on? Had me saying something was wrong. I thought maybe swell direction had changed from the northwest or the north-northwest to the north itself, but we still are getting a swell, thank goodness. So these things can happen. A degree or two can make a big change, but the important message is to everyone on the island, whether you're local or whether you're visiting our shores, part-time, Bajan, by whatever with the accent, whatever your grade is on the shores, please be careful in the water. This is not a place to be fooling around. The west coast right now, I'm sure, has a surge that is dangerous. It will pull you away from the shoreline out of your depth and you will not get back in. That's one thing for sure. South coast, if it does pick up the swell a little later on, will have the same kind of effect. East coast, southeast coast, north, you can see for yourself, it's very, very, very rough at the moment. All right, a little beach down here. If you've never walked with us before on our walks, we've walked all of these cliffs. We've done all of the coastline of the island, whether in 4K or 4K or a live. If we could do live, of course, it would be our prime option. Sometimes that is not possible. So we've done them in both, but we've done all the coastline. We've walked all of these coastlines, introduced you to all the coves from here right down to River Bay, then through Ladder Bay, down through North Point, etc. So all that is there if you want to look. Just have a look at our map. On our map of Barbados, as it all indicated, our map of Barbados, not the map of Barbados, the one that we have actually created from a blank, has all the names of places we have visited. So if you want to see anywhere in the island that interests you, somewhere you have not seen before, and you're saying to yourself, shall I go or shall I not go? We'll give you the opportunity to have a look at that location, and you can decide for yourself whether you think it's something that should go at the top of your bucket list or something that should go on a future bucket list. So that's the options that you can have using them for sure. This little beach here again. I've done a lot of spearfishing and scuba diving off of these cliffs here and around the north and the east and the southeast of the island. Ashley and Trot, good afternoon to both of you all. And all the others that dive with us. So this out here is absolutely stunning. It's a beautiful place with very, very dangerous wind sea conditions like this here. The sea looks great. You get sucked out from here. Your next incoming point will be somewhere down Cummins Hole or something. Way down, not Cummins Hole, sorry. Way down in the flats somewhere down in there. So you don't want to be messing around with this because all sharp cliff from here down. All right, another little look here at something we don't often show you, but we'll show you right now. This is a wannabe animal flower cave. No, not really like it, but it is a wannabe animal flower cave, as you can see here clearly. This goes way, way, way up on the cliff. So the one that you're seeing below on the pinnacle we took you on, that you can actually walk through the cooling pool, this is going way up inside the island. If you watch when the water goes up in here, and you will see how long it takes for it to come back out. So it will tell you how far it's going up inside of there. It's really a fairly deep one. I haven't been down here to see how far it goes in, but I do know it does definitely goes in a considerable distance as well. From here again, a really nice perspective of the size of the waves. You're seeing them side on. So you're actually getting an understanding of what it's looking like. Still not as big as we had anticipated it to be. However, we were waiting to see. But there's the water. You see how far up it goes inside. Look, still going, still going, still going, and now back washing. So you understand how far up that may go. So any of you all have been up inside there and want to shed some light on it, drop in the comments, let us know how deep it actually goes. A lot of little things you'll see are little areas where you can sometimes find someone sleeping in, so just be wary if you come early in the morning. These are little spots here that guys hang out and stuff in sometimes, so don't get frightened, don't get jumped. They're just guys hanging out here, relaxing themselves. Alright guys, have a good afternoon. Thank you for being with us. On behalf of course, my wife, the director, the boss, only on the videos though, well, sort of beyond that. Anyhow, on behalf of Jeannette, on behalf of the lots of growing person, we want to wish you a happy afternoon and hopefully we'll be able to bring some more stuff to you. Just keep your eyes open for notifications. If you have your time, come and join us. If you miss it, remember it's going to be up later on, whether it's in a video format, in a live format. This is how we're going to do it, step by step. We don't believe in editing. That's not what we do. We're bringing you to Barbados to walk with us. We're not bringing you to Barbados to give you highlights and little snippets of what we do. We're bringing you to actually walk with us step by step, side by side. Everyone we meet, you're going to meet. Everyone we interact with, you're going to interact with. Everything that we see, you're going to see. Everything that we feel, we're going to try our absolute best to make sure that we can send that vibe to you so you can also have that feeling as well. You know, once again, Barbados Journey 246, thanks for joining us. They are at Little Bay. We're in the parish of St. Lucie, and we've been taking a little pleasure cliff walk with you. I hope you've had a good time. Catch you all later on. Remember, keep your alerts on. One love as always. We're going to walk you up a little further. We need to give you the scenery along the cliff line for our shut off on this here, so that you can sort of like bring yourself down now and calm yourself down and see the beauty that we're talking about. You're seeing the power, but that's to give you an opportunity to now see just the beauty itself, and that's just quietly let me take any natural sounds that are on the cliff here. Beautiful though, absolutely beautiful. I was estimating the swells to be at least twice the size, at least. I don't even know, it may come that way as the tide starts to drop off a little bit. Don't know what will happen on these shallower banks in here. It might pick up some good steepness on it or something. Right now I look a little slant to the high tide, but may get a little steeper later on. Alright, again you can see the texture of the foundation out here. Very unlike a lot of the east coast of the island. A lot of chalk and clay and silt and stuff in this here mixed in. A lot of shelfy coral rather than the coral itself. If you go over there on the other beach, you can dislodge rocks all along the face of the actual cliff itself. They're that easy to move around. Some are a little harder than others. But yeah, just to tell you the different makeup of the island, which is quite interesting when you're going around, have a look at everything. Look at the different coral formations. Look at the different ways that the coastline is actually curved and shaped by nature, etc. You understand where's the rougher side, quite easy to see. All the big cliffs face the rougher side. That is how nature has formed it. That's how God has created. So the rougher side is protected from all the incoming main surf. Otherwise, the little ones that sit through the back, well, they're unpredicted, and we just have to do as best as we can. All right, so this is our sign out now. Barbados, a journey 246. We're going to leave you with a little bit of a spin off, and then we're going to leave you a little bit of beauty. So enjoy this here, guys, and thanks again for joining us. Thanks for your energy. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your encouragement. For those that are living a good life and going towards the light, we thank you for your inspiration, because it's your energy and your spirit that's helping us to do what we're doing. Blessed into each and every one of you all. Catch you later on, guys.